So let's assume that it was the case. Let's play devil's advocate. For those who, I don't know if you agree with the suit or don't agree with the suit. I'm agnostic because I don't know what actually happened. I just read what I saw, and I know lawyers can just say things because lawyers are trying to get money. But let's assume it was the case because we know that this has happened where this guy felt like I got to go to work and I got to sleep with this guy because if I don't sleep with this guy, I'm going to be unemployed. I'm going to be homeless. Who wants to be in that situation? Right? Who wants your children in that situation? Again, I believe that you have a choice, right? If somebody says, okay, you can have the job, but you got to sleep with me first. You could say no, no, thank you. I'll find a job somewhere where they don't require that, where that's not a job requirement, right? But who wants to even have to make those difficult choices? That's the point I wanted to make, right? So when you start when you train the kids to start saving and investing for retirement when they're young, it gives them options when they're older. Options are things that are created. Options are things that you buy. We talk all the time about buying and selling options. Well, you buy and sell options in life. When you prepare, you're creating options for yourself. So if you have that 21-year-old, I talked to a sister yesterday, and she may even be in this room. And so I'm not going to reveal your business, but I just wanted to say it out loud. I was so impressed. This was she was 51 and she'd been a prolific saver her whole life. And she said, I don't, I want to quit my job. I want to do something different. And so we were talking about stock options, like ways she could generate income to replace, her job. And and I said, well, show me what you got. And when I tell you that she and I have other students that have done the same thing, but it's not as common as I wish it was. She had just been saving her butt off. She had been investing like crazy consistently since she was in her early 20s. So I said, the good news is that you don't have to work ever again if you don't want to. Like you don't, here buy this stock, this stock, and this stock if you want to. Not invested advice, but this is what I would do, and this is going to give you this much money, and you will make $20,000 a month in income, and you don't have to go to work ever again. And the only reason I can say that was not because I'm some financial magician. I'm not a financial magician. I'm a financial scientist. A scientist could look at facts and data and give you an accurate assessment based on the facts and data. A magician can make something out of nothing. I've never been a financial magician, but I've always been a financial scientist. So the scientist in me is like, oh, there's plenty to work with. It's like being a doctor and saying, oh yeah, I can cure this or I can repair this in surgery because you've been taking care of your body. But when you show up and you've done the exact opposite, you haven't done anything to prepare, it's a much more difficult job, right? The best thing that they can say at that point is, well, we're going to give you some morphine to make you comfortable, right? But we can't fix it because you've already put yourself in a position that's very difficult to reverse. So what my point is on that, and I brought up the Tyler Perry thing because let's say that it was the case that this guy did feel pressure